Hello, good to be back with you. This is Michael. Continuing, I've started to do some teaching this year. I want to transfer a lot of my life experiences concerning finances and increasing your life and the balance of my life. I've been, fairly blessed. Well, not fairly blessed, very blessed by understanding principles, rules, and precepts and applying them to my personal life to help me increase, to bring me from one level to the next, to get me into a place where I'm secure in life, where I have, possessions and provisions because of my lifestyle, because of the principles and the precepts that I've put into practice in my life. In the other prior videos, I've talked about the finances, which I want to constantly keep you reminded of, that I'm talking here like the things in the financial world called assets and liabilities. Assets are things that make you money. Your money that makes you money. And as we continue, I want to be able to know that you understand those things as I speak of the terms and the words and the principles and the precepts that we arrive at a common level where you've gone through hopefully prior videos and you can relate to the things that I'm communicating to you. Liabilities are things that cost you money, things that does not make you any money, but it depreciates the money that you may have. So as we learn the difference between an asset and a liability, we're learning now the principles and the rules and the precepts of life. There's assets, liabilities, supply and demand, wholesale, retail. These things are principles that we learn, and we learn to pattern and live and govern our lives by. And as I continue, we'll discuss these more and more and more in depth, and we'll learn how to recognize almost involuntarily, as we begin to put these things into practice, we'll begin to practice things that are going to increase and enhance our lives. And I know this is somewhat repetition at this point, but I want to make sure that we're all on the same level. And you're not just hearing a good, inspiring, encouraging, exciting communication. That's not what I desire to do. I desire to cause you and give you the information that is going to do the same things it done for me, for you, as it has done and as I've created in my own personal life. Increase, safety, provisions, comfort, confidence, a positive attitude of life. The Bible gives us that, but we have to be able to interpret the scriptures. We have to be able to have the revelation of what actually is being communicated to us through the words, the written word, the biblical written words, the financial world's written words, the words of um, spiritual things, non-spiritual things, and natural things. Finances is natural, and it's a spiritual principle that brings to manifestation the natural things. So, and these are some of the things that we're putting forth. So, in my repetition, be patient and bear with me. Wholesale, retail, we want to buy it at a wholesale price and take it to the market at a retail price. And again, I know this is repetition, so bear with me because I want to just make sure that we have the same understanding, that I don't desire just to talk to the air or talk to the wind. I desire to talk to someone that understands the wisdom and the experiences and expertise that we are acquiring to possess. Supply and demand, wholesale and retail. And as we understand the principle of these things and we pay attention to these things, buy low, sell high. Money, material, wisdom, knowledge, experience, expertise, these things to change, to enhance, to increase our lives. And I wanted to pace myself and not be too lengthy in this, but there's a lot to learn, a lot to share. I have tons and tons of things that I'm going to share with you, the principles and the rules and the precepts, and about applying them. And the biggest one is having our mind change, having the right mindset, understanding, being able to interpret and get a hold of revelation that causes a manifestation.